Want to play a little bit of what happened last night with Russell Westbrook and a fan, and more on that fan coming up. But this is what it sounded like. Russell Westbrook threatening a fan and his wife last night in Salt Lake City. All right. Here is Russell Westbrook's explanation after the game.
How it started was a young man and his wife in the stands told me to get down on my knees like he used to. And for me, that's just completely disrespectful to me. I think it's racial. I think it's just inappropriate in a sense of there's no protection for the players. Once he said the comment, his wife repeated it, the same thing to me as well. So that's kind of how that started. I know you guys only got the tail end of the video, but the start of the video is way more important and way more disrespectful than what you guys heard. So,
all right, here is the Jazz fan, and he responds to what Russell Westbrook said.
Russ is just F-bombing and carrying on, acting a fool down here, and everybody's getting on him. And he had, I guess, heat. I thought it was ice. I just told him, I'm like, just sit down and ice your knees, bro. And he turned to me and he's like, that's heat. And I'm like, well, you're going to need it. And then it turned into not safe for work. I'm talking with Westbrook, you know. I mean, the guy's one of the greats, but he's also classless. I don't care. He can threaten me all he wants. I was the one talking to him, but don't threaten a woman. She's 5 feet tall and 110 pounds, man. I mean, never said a word to him. Her first NBA game ever. Welcome to the NBA, Jen.
Okay. Both sides are wrong. Westbrook is the one who's going to be focused on, singled out more than a fan. But I'd like to know what was really said, the dialogue between these two, because it doesn't match up. All of a sudden, you're saying, yeah, better ice up those knees, and Westbrook hears something different. Now, Westbrook is absolutely, positively, completely wrong to threaten this woman. By all accounts, the woman had nothing to do with this to say to Russell Westbrook. As for her husband, there might be a bigger picture here to paint with this guy. He's being fully vetted here, let's put it that way. His social media does not look good at all, and doesn't look good in particular to Russell Westbrook and things he has said before. He has since deleted his social media. But if you want to take a look and go find it, you can. We've seen some of it. We saw some of the threads there. And this isn't one-sided, folks. Westbrook is wrong. This fan played a large role and may have gone in already with an agenda. Thank God Russell Westbrook didn't go into the stands. Thank God. But before you say, well, come on, you get paid millions of dollars and let it go off like water off your back. I mean, come on, you know, what's the big deal? Fans do this all the time. If you've never been in a situation like that, how many people can wear the skin that Russell Westbrook wears and lives in? And you may deal with this. You may hear this a lot. And at some point you go, I'm not going to put up with this anymore. So you can't go, how did he overreact like that? Okay, I don't know what was said, how it was presented, or what he heard. But I don't think he heard ice your knees. Okay, let's be honest there. Now, that was my first thought. And then you see the social media of this fan. And there's no doubt in my mind, this fan went into that game with an agenda to try to get under Russell Westbrook's skin. And some of the things on his social media are repulsive. So, two sides to the story. You know, the NBA has not said anything yet, but I feel like Westbrook deserves to be fined for this. I can't have this. I can't have James Dolan talking to a fan who had the audacity to say, sell the team. I can't have Russell Westbrook engaging with a fan and even threatening the fan and his wife, even if he's correct, 100% correct. You can't do it. There's no upside here. Yeah, see.
So where is this happy medium then, where James Dolan can't have fans removed for going after him and Russell Westbrook's not allowed to engage in fans that are going after him? That's all pretty fan-sided. That's all very fan-friendly. And now, granted, I don't think yelling "sell the team" is necessarily all that bad, but I also don't believe what the Jazz fan just painted as, hey, we're just, was it heat or ice on your knees? I don't really know. And then he came after. I don't believe that at all either. So what is from the player point of view and the owner point of view and from the people who are not as protected as the fans, where is that happy medium then of, should Russell Westbrook have asked the security guard to get that guy thrown out?
Yes.
But James Dolan shouldn't do the same thing.
Well, this is something that there's a lot more vitriol involved with Russell Westbrook. And this guy just said, hey, it's sell the team. I mean, I know what was said between those two. It's very clear. I don't know what was said with this fan. But that's where I'm curious why teams don't have their own security by the bench, by their star players, and that way you are going to protect them. It's not perfect. It's hard. Even being on the sidelines at an NFL game, what you hear is, you would go, wait, he didn't just say that, did he? The stuff that he said would blow your mind. And the players just have to take it. And I can't imagine being in that situation where you hear it over and over, no matter what arena you go to, and you have to take it. I've talked to former players, and one player who went into the stands, he just said, you know what, you're not going to drop that word on me. You're just not. I'll pay the fine. You're not doing it. Yeah, Fritzy.
And freedom of speech, especially in these venues, is so tough to define. Not just owners and players and fans, but even players, even fans among themselves. When you bring, a kid to a game and everything, and what should be allowed to be said, and all the cursing that goes on. I know you got to expect that to a certain extent, but how do you define what you can utter in one of these?
Well,
stadiums
you
or
can't
arenas?
say something stupid like that. You can't say something that's racist. You can't. I mean, come on. It's pretty obvious what you can and cannot say. And this guy, judging from his social media, where he does single out Russell Westbrook, I wouldn't allow him in a game again.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.